Do you love having little gifties like I do? They're just great little centerpieces. They're fun to put little things in. For the 11th week of Christmas, we're going to do these because there's still time to make some fun little last minute things. These just have a little candy bar in them. If you had a bunch of these in a basket, they make just an attractive decoration. They would be a fun uh, table place setting. I just have a little candy bar in these, but you could put in, I love the idea of putting in a handwritten note of what you're going to give someone. You know, we used to do that when our kids were younger. We'd give them a certain amount, a shopping day with mom after Christmas, you know, of course, on sale, and for this much money for clothes. And that was kind of our thing, or something fun like that. So this is just a quick little idea. I got this idea from Heidi Scholler, who sent me one of these with a little bag of tea in it. So shout out to Heidi. These would be also, of course, great for birthday favors, anything like that. And then I made one, I'll do it from this way, to show that it also be hung on the tree. I think mine might be a little bit long, but maybe not. I was thinking it would be fun. You'd have a bunch of these on the tree, one for everyone coming, and it could either be little gift things inside, like a candy, but it could also be something like there's one candy and all kind, and someone gets a different kind of candy, and they have to do or get to do something special to just kind of make it a game or something fun. So let's get started. Now for these, I am using the deckled circle dies, which I just love. I'm using the largest size, which is almost 6 inches. It's like 5 3/4 of it, whatever. And then 2 down is 5 inches. But if you don't have dies or other circle dies, a bowl would work. And this kind of thing you could just do with kids with just tracing. Find something about the size that you want. And then on my website, you'll see where these will be the patterns that we're going to use. So we're going to make 2. We'll do the 2 sizes. And now the fun is just seeing how easy it's going to be. So I'm just using a variety of leftover papers. And I am going to, because you don't see the inside, I can mark up the inside however I want. So I'm actually going to fold the part I want I'm putting on the inside. Okay. And this is 6 inches about. It's a little less. I'm sure you're having to do that. So I'm going to go in 1 3/4 here and 1 3/4 on each of these. So all I have to think of is 1 3/4. So by putting this up, you can see it's 5 3/4. And I want to make it easier and pretend like it's 6. So I'm just moving it over. So it's right in between in the middle there. So that will be perfect. And then I'm going to mark from the 6. I would be doing 1 3/4. So here I'm going to do 1 3/4, and see, I can mark it because it's on the inside. 6 1 3/4 would be right here. Then I'm going to move it here. 1 3/4 would bring me to right to here. And I'm going to lightly trace that and hope I get it right. Sometimes I flip it over and do the other. I better flip it over. This is usually what I do. This would be my 3 3/4 here. And then just to make sure I'm going to cross that over so I see it. Okay. So I have my markings. And now, my other, what is interesting, because I moved my other, I have another score blade that I use all the time, scoring board or Simply Scored, that I have marked. So it's really easy to find. This is only marked a little from where. And I thought I had that one out here. So we're going to do punting here. But I love having a couple of lines on my boards, because anytime I'm going to do something like this, I don't have to guess where that these 2 are the same. Does that make sense? But I'm not going to start over and do it now. So it's okay. I'm going to put this. And then I'm going to put, and I guess this would be, there we go. Okay. I just couldn't see it. At this time of day, the light is really interesting in my living room. And I'm going to hope that this is correct. We're going to go down. But you know what? This is the kind of thing that good enough is going to also be good enough. So I'm just going to do that one. And then over here, I am looking for, I'll flip it over. I'm going to put that in there. And then this right here. And I'm going to move that. Now, I will just fold these over, move this. So I just have my crease in there. And now I'm going to open it, flip it the other way. And you see, I'm just going to tuck these in. And it just makes the cutest little package. Isn't that fun? And you're not going to care about any of the lines in here because you aren't going to see that part. I'm going to stick a little candy bar or whatever else I want in there. And then I will take my whole bunch. Good. You know, I do not have a craft room. I live in a craft house. So I'm in my living room with YouTube Studio, but all my supplies are in a different room. So sometimes I don't remember to bring them all out. But I just think this is so fun. And then we're just going to take some ribbon. I'm just making one hole, putting it through. And okay, so if you ever have trouble with ribbon, the trick is, I really should show that, to make a really sharp like that, and then it's really easy to put in the ribbon that way because you're always going to trim off the ribbon afterwards anyway. So then I will take this and I'm going to tie a quick bow, and this won't be too fussy with it. Okay, and then I'm just going to trim off my ends. You'll notice I left the ribbon on the roll. That's my best ribbon saving tip, because then you're not guessing how long it's going to be. I'm just working with what I need. And there are my two different sizes of kind of the same paper doing that. So I thought that's pretty cool. Okay, now I have this. Now I have the smaller ones. I guess I'm not even doing these in the right order, but it's totally good. I'm going to set that aside. And this one was just fun with the little papers there. And I'm just going to show how I did this to make this a little different. So this one will be 5 inches. And so if you, on the 6 inches, we went in 1 3/4. On this one, we're going in 1 1/2. And here's the deal. I think you could go in 1 1/4. I think it could all vary. It's really just the point, if you just get one number decided and you make them all the same, I think you're just totally fine. So feel free to experiment, but I love having things being simple and just working with one number or 2 numbers anytime that I can. Okay, so I'm going to put this on the inside. And then again, I'm not going to care on this. And this is exactly 5 inches. So I'm going in 1 1/2. I'm going to mark 1 1/2 and 3 1/2. I'm going to go this way and I'll come down and do 1 1/2. And let's see, I'm going to take a ruler here because since I don't have my correct thing out, because I'm just going to do it this way. So I'm finding the right one down here, hopefully, just for speed. But I love my lines on my thing because, okay, now we're going to just switch. So we're going to put that right there and this, hopefully there. When I'm live, I often take a break. You guys know, have you talk to each other while I go find what I need. But on a recording, you know, if I knew how to edit, I could just edit parts out. But that's way beyond my. Okay, let's see if I. And what I love about these are like little wraps. Oh, you can see that one's off. It's on the wrong thing. But if the sides aren't exactly the same, it really isn't going to matter because it's really just a fun little wrap. So then I'm going to fold those and then just put these on the inside. Whoops, the right side. So you see the part that isn't marked. Isn't that fun? I think that is so cool. So now I will punch that. And then the only thing I did different here is I wanted to have this hang on the tree. So I'm going to cut a part like this. And I'm going to knot this at the end. And then I'm just going to use a glue dot to put this inside. So, or tape, I could use anything. It really doesn't matter. I will grab a glue dot. Put it right there. And I'll put this right there. So that will hold it. And then I'll put my candy in. Oh, isn't that perfect? It'll just fit right in there. And now I'm going to finish the rest just as usual. I'm going to leave that out. So I want this to go in between here. So this one, I can't really make any narrower. Let's just, okay, there. It's easier to go through one at a time. Oh, I see. That's better to have it that way. Okay. We've got that. This is a little harder to work with, this silvery. thing. A thin ribbon is, I think, a little easier, but it's not that hard. And then I'm going to go through and tie a little knot. So think of doing these for birthdays, a little place. So there's another just fun use of odds and ends of paper too that you have left. If you like, it's all in the presentation when you just do little things. So here are 2 sizes. And of course you could go bigger, smaller, but have fun with this idea. And you'll see all of the 12 weeks of Christmas on the side here if you've missed any of them. Thanks for watching. Karen Titus, Stamping on the Back Porch.